And I felt that one needed to think about these things. Why am I here? Is it a compulsion? Is everything that I do a compulsion? Or is it possible to get out of this feeling that everything is imposed? And I, side by side, studied Swamiji in depth and came to realize that the world is definitely a very strange place and you need to include almost everything in it, including the galaxies and what is happening in them and how they are being burnt out and how they are exploding and how that is what we are made of. It makes tremendous sense to me that we owe everything to the universe in which we live. And the human universe has always been very strange, because I feel that people are not really aware of what they want and why they are here, and especially why they are born. So reading Swamiji, I came to the conclusion that these ancient thinkers in India really knew some secrets. And the deepest secret is that I wanted to be here, therefore I am here. Maybe not consciously, but there was a deep desire to exist as a separate individual, and therefore I am here. Nobody has imposed it on me. If there has been some kind of an imposition, it is my own, my own past impressions. I became very fond of the theory of evolution, the theory of causation, as it is given in the West, as well as it is given in our ancient thinking, because they also talk about evolution, though that is psychological and not really physical. The West seems to have given me many hints about how to overlap these two maps together and see some sense in it. There's tremendous sense in it, I feel. And I believe that there is a power, call that power whatever you like to, whether it's the mother or the father or reality or truth or whatever, and it has its own desire which it wants to fulfill through each one of us. And therefore, we matter. Because it is playing the game, this universal game, through every creature, through every atom, but especially through human beings. And therefore, it is for all human beings to realize that they are playing a universal game, but taking it for granted, it is their own game. And the moment we realize that it's not my game that I am playing, it belongs to some power which, I don't know what it calls itself, maybe what the ancient rishis in India said, it's the eye of the universe, big eye. We are the small eyes, and it is the big eye, and it is trying to reach out to us. And we, because we make small little islands within this, so we don't really relate to that deepest level, and therefore our problems, whatever problem it may be, of not understanding or not being understood or whatever, It is due to the fact that we don't relate to the universal level, which is of course given in the Indian psychology in a very deep way, and that is what Sri Ramakrishna has reasserted. And not only that, he has demonstrated the truth that yes, there is a power which owns this universe. We don't. And because it has, perhaps that I don't understand, it wants to play a kind of game, and the game can only be played by millions of people acting for each other as chemicals through relationships, through their ideas, emotions, activity. So we need to understand the world we live in a very different way, not from just the individual separate existence, but trying to ask, what does she want? What does he want? And I feel that today especially, she wants a new adjustment at the level of civilization. And she demands that all of us contribute. Perhaps the time for special people to contribute their tapasya, I'm calling it tapasya, concentration, or whatever you like to call it, is gone. Each one of us needs to ask ourselves, what can I contribute? So we need to relate. We cannot keep it outside. And I believe it is not outside. There's no inside and outside separate, because all experiences take place through my participation. If I don't participate, there is no experience. So my participation is as essential to this ultimate power as even an atom's. So I am great. That's my conclusion.
So Mataji, just explain to me how I can be totally responsible for my being here and at the same time have some greater power imposing their will on what they're asking of me.
I need to understand my relationship with this power. It's not an imposition. It's a desire. Definitely, it has to be at the universal level, but it bifurcates into billions of points of consciousness. And when I separate myself, then it becomes my desire. So there is this contradiction, apparent contradiction, that it can be God's will as well as my will, and it's God's will functioning through me, but the relationship is very beautiful. And if I understand that the relationship is beautiful and very intimate, then I will not feel imposed upon. But if I do not understand that intimate relationship with the ultimate source, whether I call it the mother or father or whatever, then the feeling of being imposed upon is definitely something that arises in the mind, and one can rebel against it, or one can protest, or one can even feel I will go against the will and suffer all the more. So
it's a matter of learning and accepting the idea that the I that has bifurcated is in fact my I.
Exactly.
And that therefore
and then there is tremendous happiness, tremendous joy, tremendous freedom.
Then it becomes the puzzle of life to figure out
exactly
how to get in the current and swim
exactly.
with the
It's
fish.
like a jigsaw puzzle. I need to get all the pieces, fit them together, and then I will get dynamism. I'll move on, won't get stuck. I will move on and I'll find joy in it because finally it's a question of going within this universe where even the galaxies and they can also feel imposed upon because they are not doing it out of their own will. So the problem is of the will of the universe and my will. It's as if we have taken it for granted that I have a separate will and because it does not get fulfilled or it feels small or it feels as if something is obstructing my desire, that we start feeling small or unhappy or whatever. But I do not feel that we can be comfortable in this universe. That's a contradiction perhaps. I don't feel comfortable. But I feel quite nice about being here, but not comfortable, never comfortable. Maybe it's connected with having lost home at a very young age. I don't feel this is home. So I never looked for a home. So we need to, why I'm bringing it in this way is that if we study these ideas, because these are based on very deep concepts of cosmology and how to study the universe from a very deep spiritual point of view or psychological point of view, as well as physical point of view, which includes everything that is happening within it. And I cannot exclude anything. If I try to exclude, I don't have the full thing. You know, in Sanskrit there is this mantra which says that is full and this is full, and when the full comes out of the full, what remains is also full. So, that idea, what happened?
It's full.
It's correct. It is full. I don't know how to take it. You see?
You have to press.
How wonderful. I need to press and then it will come out. Same about the universe. So each one of us needs to understand our relationship with this universe in which we live. Is neither outside nor inside. It's just one and the same, because I get the universe through my own experience. Nobody can make a hole in my head and put it in. I go out, therefore I experience, therefore in a way I am responsible for the universe as it is. And as we try to understand, each one has a point of view. So the point of view is dictated by our own ideas, understanding, misunderstanding, all kinds of things, emotional approach to life, everything. So the more you include, the better it is. You can play in it, and then, of course, when the time comes, go. What's there? You feel like asking anything, or shall we move on? Move. I'm not going to read. No. Tomorrow. Yes?
I think in one place, Swami Vivekananda said that the material universe on its own is meaningless.
Did he?
I think so. I seem to recall reading that there, one can find no meaning in the material universe as just the material universe.
He did say there is just one. You can call it matter or you can call it God. Depends on you. What do you want to call it? There is just one existence. See, the very basic word in the Vedas is it is. Sat. The word Sat is very ancient in Sanskrit. Sat means is. Something that is. How do we get to that idea that something is? It has to be my experience. Therefore, I am. Without I am, I cannot say something is. So there is a very deep connection between the individual's existence and whatever we experience all around us. It is this deep connection of isness which becomes camouflaged, you can say, by our experiences which we take to be very personal and unique to me. So we need to get out of this idea that there is anything unique to me. And for that, I know it's a tall order to forget my life, to forget, as I call it, my fiction, my story. So each one of us is living my story. Now my story can be included within the whole, but my story cannot be taken as opposed to the universal story. And that is what we try to do. That the way I have lived life seems to be absolute truth. Try and share it. Try and share that absolute truth with another person and see how they react. What is absolute truth to you is fiction to me. And what is absolute truth to me is fiction to another. So if one looks at these things, it's a fantastic idea that each one wants to tell one's own story. We are very interested in our own existence. And no problem, existence is reality. So I can be tremendously interested in my own story. But then I have to look at it as a story. And I am definitely responsible for it. I cannot say somebody else is responsible for it. Then when we want to share it with other people, they don't seem to be impressed. So then what do? Then either we start going into a shell. The idea is, I don't know whether I should say these things.
Yeah.
We start going into a shell and asking, what is spirituality? Spirituality is nothing abnormal or special, I would say.
I didn't understand that. We go into a shell and then ask what is spirituality?
Oh yes.
Didn't get that connection.
Most of us have to have blows in order to ask what is, I'm looking for something. What is there, I don't look at, and then I say I'm looking for something. So that's something, slowly and slowly, I say that the books say, if you become spiritual, you'll be happy. So then I look for spirituality. So then next to spirituality is what should I do? Is it a doing thing? Spirituality is not a doing thing. Either I am or I am not. If I am, I don't need to look for it. And if I am not, then it's not there at all. How do I get to it? It can't be spirituality, whatever I understand. You have asked me to take these things, so you better be prepared for it. When I ask for spirituality, I should ask myself, what exactly am I asking for? all the life that I have led was not spiritual
It's not conscious.
or not conscious, all right? That's a different thing. But what is spirituality?
Becoming conscious
Conscious of what?
of consciousness.
Of being.
Ah.
Of
spirit.
Of beingness.
I think
Conscious of the whole universe, conscious of myself.
Yeah.
So include the whole universe.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I
that's-
cannot exclude anything, whatever there is in this universe, good, bad, indifferent. But if you look at the way we function, we exclude. So that exclusion makes us feel that I am searching for something which will make me spiritual.
But we're born into this bubble, right? I mean, this is our
No,
image.
we are not born into a bubble.
No?
It's no, not at all. We are born into the ocean.
You're a fish.
No, we are the ocean. We are the ocean, and then when we take the separation, we have to form the bubble.
No, that's
Okay.
not so.
All right.
Without the bubbles, there is no ocean. Without the ocean, there are no bubbles. So it's one and the same thing. It depends on me how I relate to the ocean. So that is the thing. I need to break the bubble. I don't need to make it harder still. So breaking the bubble means accepting glows. I need to suffer and not call it suffering. I need to call it adventure.
Can't we call it suffering if we want?
Well,
So long as you don't wallow in it,
Okay.
call it what you like.
I see.
I feel we need to get out of this idea of suffering.
Oh, I see.
We don't suffer
Kind of,
unless we feel that we feel imposed upon. And nothing in this universe is interested in me to such an extent that they will impose on me. If I do feel imposed, I invite it. Because I impose, therefore it boomerangs back at me. We don't need to call it suffering. I know there is physical suffering, of course. You need to feel pain. As I tried to explain in the last retreat, one verse in the Bhagavad Gita used to puzzle me tremendously. Krishna tells Arjuna, your sense organs are made to feel happiness, sorrow, cold, heat, and defeat and victory. Don't pay attention to them. Don't react. And I wondered for a long time, what is the meaning of don't react? Feel it, but don't react. Can you participate in what could be the difference between the two? Feel it, but don't react.
You have to control the mind in order to feel
Pardon?
it. Don't you have to be controlling the mind in order to feel it but not react?
Don't bounce it
Would
back.
it be a question of
Reaction.
control?
Is an automatic.
Take it in,
Ah.
don't bounce it back.
don't create more karma out of it.
Don't create?
Don't create more karma from it by reacting.
I don't know exactly how to take that idea. Even today I wonder about it. He says, bear it. It's normal. Sense organs were made for that. Who made them?
I did.
I did.
Okay.
In order to do what?
Play, participate, evolve.
Experience.
Evolve.
Uh-huh. The desire to enjoy. Don't
Enjoy,
forget that.
Participate.
Well,
Fulfill my desires.
then enjoy both. Sukha dukkha.
Yeah.
Both.
You
So, if I understand that I am supposed to enjoy both pain and pleasure, I won't complain.
And I should take my cake and eat it too.
How can you do that without reacting, though?
How can you do it without reacting?
How can you? be
No, no.
unhappy.
Think of perhaps I need to look at my own desire and ask, what exactly do I desire? What exactly am I searching for? What do I want? Answer is hidden, I feel, in that. Because I don't understand myself. I don't understand why I came here, why I became a separate individual. We take many things for granted, but to take this basic idea for granted that I was born, I can take it for granted. How is it possible? There can't be any effect without a cause. So where is the cause? Effect is here, I take the effect for granted. I was born, oh good enough. Let us celebrate. But why? Why would I want to have a psychophysical system which will give me pain? See?
That's what I keep on asking. Why did I choose pain? They tell us that we choose our birth, we choose our family to come into because we want to play the game to experience this life.
Yeah.
And then why did I choose all that pain? What made me choose that pain?
The answer is not in your tendency. Ask your tendency to give you the answer. You'll find it. It is there. But in order to find that, I have to perhaps look at the story, look at my own story as if it were a film that I'm looking at, and to see what was the main story about.
Could I have done this journey without going through all that pain? I see.
That's a very different point of view. It wouldn't be so interesting, my film, if it didn't have all the ingredients.
So is Krishna perhaps pointing the way out, being the witness as opposed to the owner?
No, I don't think he's doing that. He's saying these are side effects.
Mm-hmm.
Don't pay too much attention to them.
Mm-hmm.
Look for the main medicine. What does it contain? And these side effects will be there. Whatever you are, whatever you do, these will be there. They are the side effects of wanting a human system. Therefore, I have to ask, what am I here for? As the main purpose. So what could be my main purpose? If I am part of an ocean of life, this universe, then I cannot exclude it. I cannot say I'll ignore it. I cannot say I'll reject it. I cannot say it is bad and then get away with that. I cannot say it is beautiful and get away with that either.
But can one just witness it and not
I'm not
react?
talking about witnessing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about living it
Mm-hmm.
with all the pain, all the pleasure, and just moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Because these things will be there.
Mm-hmm.
That will be that which is absolutely bound to happen. I need merely to accept it, that it is part of the deal. And I have to ask, what is the main purpose for which I took this psychophysical system? That's what I feel.
The witnessing probably comes at the very high level.
Well, I don't know what witnessing is.
I know, yeah.
Before I can witness, I need to live it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, with all the pain and all the pleasure and everything, most of us. And then look back and see what is it that I was really looking for. I must have been looking for the pain as well as pleasure. It can't be. It's not possible that I had pain and it was not what I was looking for. It was only pleasure. It's like dividing reality into half and say it must be, or dividing the nervous system and saying let the nerves give me one side, not the other. It's not possible. So there is, yeah.
It just reminds me of Swamiji's poem, Love the Terrible. Especially in today's age, where we seem to be destroying our planet and destroying ourselves.
Well, there must be millions of planets.
And
We
then-
can migrate to them. If not in this life, in some other life. I don't think we need to bother about that.
We don't have to love the terrible?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, well, I have a
We
problem with that.
All right, now let us talk about what are the ingredients of this universe. In which terms? Physical terms? All right, let us start with physical terms. Physical language.
4 elements are physical.
Yeah. Chemistry says there are how many?
5 elements you're talking
No,
about? No.
That's ancient.
No.
Chemistry says there are, as far as I have read, 92.
Oh,
I don't know.
92. Yeah, I need to know.
I knew once and then I
No, I need to remember.
In school I knew.
They're finding
And it
new
didn't
ones
help
all the time.
anything.
All right.
There's more and more.
Chemically, there are, let us say, 92 elements which make this chemical universe. What are chemicals?
They're,
Atoms.
They're,
That's
They're
that's
catalysts.
physics.
Physics, okay.
Yeah.
they help things. They carry things to the next
They're
place.
the-
They're catalysts.
the building blocks
The
of matter.
ingredients of a laboratory.
All right, not bad. All right, what else? What does physics say?
Since they're atoms.
They work
There are
Energy.
billions of photons. No.
Oh, don't go that
Atoms
far.
is gone. Now it is nothing but electric. Science person, please, Maria.
Electromagnetic interference patterns. Yeah.
Formula.
You don't want to tell us?
No, I don't know.
You don't know? How can you be in science and not know? Anyway, whatever I know, that there are electromagnetic waves. That is what the universe is made of. Biologically, there are billions of cells which are supposed to be living cells. And there is life. Each cell is supposed to be a universe in itself. It has a nucleus. It has a little bit like an egg. You can think of an egg. There is a nucleus. There is also something around it, its own food. And then out of that will come a living chick. So we are also like that. Would you like to think of yourself like that? No? But that is the truth. So then there is this tremendous desire to exist. Tremendous desire to exist. What does it mean? Is somebody taking away my existence?
fear of death?
Fear of death? No. That's, I don't know whether we really have any fear of death. It's fear of pain that we really worry about, not fear of death. So, how do we deal with that? It's a major ingredient of this universe, of human life. That which is a major ingredient, can you avoid it? Or do we have to accept it as if it were something absolutely normal? If I don't accept pain as normal, I will have a terrible problem with how to deal with it. So, pain is a major ingredient. Death is a major ingredient. Birth is a major ingredient, because that is how it is measured. You are born, you die. In between there is time and space which contains millions of objects and our experiences. Because if you really wish to understand what kind of a world we are living in, we can't go to millions of objects. We can only try and understand what are the major ingredients. So those ingredients we need to understand at the universal level, at the individual level. Every creature suffers. All right? Every creature suffers. Every creature feels pain. What about me? I also feel pain. So, if I don't rise from the individual to the universal, is it ever possible to understand my place in this world? Therefore, it is absolutely necessary that I move from the individual to the universal point of view to some extent, or what I like to call the wide-angle point of view. There's a wide-angle point of view, there is a zoom. If I live in the zoom point of view most of the time, I am never going to find out what is my place in this universe. Because I have to see that billions of people are like me, absolutely like me. Though we try to believe that there is something very unique about ourselves, but take the help of modern physiology, psychology, physics, and try and see that it is not true. There is nothing very unique about us accepting.
Our ego.
Ego.
Ourselves.
Everyone has ego. No, it's not that.
My existence.
No, everyone exists.
But
Our
I
personality.
Huh?
Desire.
Our feelings, our desires.
My feelings, everyone feels.
What about
My
my personality?
Everyone has a personality.
True. Okay.
But as I grow older, I feel like, I'm all alone.
My story,
Oh, my story.
My story is
Yes.
that is unique.
Oh, okay.
Think of the ingredients of the story. They are also the same. Then what is it that I have made out of this story which is unique? I need to forget that I am unique. Then only I'll enjoy life. Otherwise I can't.
Yeah, I keep thinking I'm unique.
Of course, that's the main thing. My film, I made it. See, I am the producer, I am the director, I am the actor, I am the everything. I am the villain. No, that is something. I am the, what is the other opposite to villain?
Hero.
Hero.
I am the hero. I am not the villain. See what comes out of analysis?
So my impressions are not unique to me.
Huh?
My
Nothing is
impressions are-
unique.
Okay.
There is nothing that is unique. So I need to get rid of this idea that my story is the ultimate story of this universe. Then the next problem is, where is my center? I always say here. Everyone has a center. So what is unique about the center even?
It's exactly.
Nothing. So this unique idea of my story, my film, has to leave the conscious level. It is subconscious, it's not totally conscious. And there is a fear attached to that. The fear is, if I lose my story, what am I then?
Go crazy.
Non-existent.
Go
Pardon?
crazy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, some people lose their story.
Alzheimer's patient.
No.
They have a new story.
But there is a conscious way of letting go of the story. If I lose it by a blow on the head or a blow to the mind, that's a very different thing. But if I lose it consciously, that after all, what is so unique about my story? Nothing very unique. Then I am free. Then I will see a story in every face. And I'll be more interested in that story than my story. I don't know whether I'm getting across or not. If I lose touch with my story, because I have a tendency to look at it as unique and understand that everyone has a story, I will ask now, give me your film. Because that is what our basic tendency is. Why do we want to go to the cinema and look at stories? Because I am interested in that. I want to know the universal story. I want to forget my own story. So, lose it consciously, the world is nothing but stories. Human world is nothing but stories. Films. So why not be interested in asking people, all right, tell me your story. Then what is connected with that, I feel, is the story of the age. There is a story of the age, and there is a story of the teacher of this age. There's the story of the incarnation of this age. And I need to see that also. If you believe in it. If you don't have faith in it, that's a different thing. Because there have been many who have come and given us a story which is very difficult to relate to. And yet that story is the story which will teach me how to forget my own story. Think of the Christian story. Think of the Buddhist story. Think of the Hindu stories, many stories, and see how these stories, what would I say about them? These stories are so grand and so very unique. Actually, the only unique story belongs to these incarnations, prophets, sages. Our stories are not unique because there are billions of people living like me, repeating the same thing over and over again.
They're also inclusive.
Pardon?
Their stories are inclusive.
Their stories are very strange. I don't know whether we can call them inclusive only. Their stories are unique. So I need to understand that uniqueness of their stories. Like take the story of Buddha, or take the story of Jesus Christ. Because it is like my story, then the story of these unique people, and then the universal story. Because they are the links which will take me to the universal. The universal impersonal is very difficult to relate to. I mean, the universe as it is. It's very difficult to relate to. So I need to have a kind of, what should I call it? A kind of window through which I'll be able to understand my relationship with the universal, impersonal story, so that I can cross over from my story to the story of these unique people, and then go to the impersonal. I don't know whether I made it simple or more difficult.
In order to do that, do you have to drop some of your story?
Some?
Oh, I thought it was going to be a little easy. Okay.
What about
All
the fact that there is also this tendency of finding a connection of your story with another story or with a universal picture.
I didn't get it.
Like, it's not necessary that one is cocooned. There is often this moving out to understand a universal story and place myself in it.
No.
And place myself in it.
Didn't you see there are so many points of view?
Yeah, I know.
I can't enter each every one.
No, but there is as you're saying, there are these unique stories.
That is a
That's what I'm
different
saying.
thing.
So that's where one finds that my story somehow has a significance in that connection.
Yeah, but for
Right.
that I need to forget my story and pay full attention to that story. Because that is the link which will take me beyond. I'm not supposed to be limited to the story of the incarnation
Yeah,
or the.
I agree.
I cannot do that.
No.
If I stop there, then also my dynamism will be lost. So, but I need to forget mine. I need to go to this unique story because there are billions of stories like mine. I can't enter each and every one. When we say love everyone, it's not possible. It's not possible. So we shouldn't talk that kind of language. Otherwise we'll become hypocrites. So get to that unique story, see that, enter that, and then that gives you the way out to the universal story. Why do they come? Where do they come from? Why are they so different from the ordinary mold? What is it that makes them so strange, so difficult to understand, so difficult to relate to? And if they are so difficult to relate to, am I supposed to forget them? Am I supposed to understand them and relate to them in some way, find some way of relating? That's what I feel will lead to the universal story. Because they don't exclude anyone. They don't exclude pain. Is that clear? They invite pain, which is something we don't really understand. How is it possible that they would like to invite pain? Another fact about these lives that I think of again and again is they have tremendous power. They don't use it for themselves. We love power, little bits, but they have tremendous power. They don't use it for themselves. They use it for others. They don't use it for themselves. Then how is it that they are capable of being full of joy without any of the ingredients that we think are absolutely necessary? How is it possible? So the more we think about these things, the more we realize that they are trying to show us a way. And that way is not by ignoring the basic ingredients of human life, but accepting them, actually inviting them. And pain, perhaps, is the most basic.